We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the New York Giants. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. This will be caught once again by Brown.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Giants much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
From the 27, Tua got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Tua will check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Gibson. Powerful running.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His first first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
To go, first quarter. He'll rumble for about 6, up across the 20 to the 22.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now here's a carry heading left. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
They'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. And that'll be caught by Tony.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here's Tua.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Tua. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll set up a throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd and 16.
He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Tua. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across. It's the 40.
Joe Judge, I have to say it, going to present his case to the officials. He's thrown out the challenge flag. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Tua now on first down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. To throw now on first down.
That's complete to Tony.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Looking to throw.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Gay's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side taken in by Slayton. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
On play action, here's Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Here we go again. 41's coming. 41's a money. They're going to need some therapy after this. Red, yellow. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Get your swerve on. Mike 41.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Here's Baldwin, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Nick Baldwin punching it in from a yard away.
And Washington has retaken the lead.
Extra point safely through, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Back to throw.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him to football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Tua going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, They had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Let's get it. Ready, 10 black. You can't block me. 36.
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Washington on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 31. Here's Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gibson again. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive. 2 for 2.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. Oh, you got me.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Dexter Lawrence, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh,
there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That ball caught by Slayton. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
On first down, it's Gibson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity?
They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well. And they free kick it from the 20 now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Down to an E goes Tua, and that should just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So a victory here for the Washington football team. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Washington, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.